I love how this has just turned into a review of Mulan.
I've died almost 4 times in the span of 3 hours.
Yeah, half of
That
us
was
are
planned.
technically animal people.
Exactly. They can
You
count
just don't like us
dragons
'cause we're
as animals.
furries.
Finish
Starts with a Z. Tell me that
I'm
I'm
your
wrong.
animal sidekick.
I mean,
Honestly,
wouldn't I be
pretty
Mushu?
accurate.
Cookies don't work like that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Tales of Onniaga. In our last tale, 3 out of our 4 adventurers tried to escape and kill each other while in jail. One of them was successful, Conry, disguising himself as Reginald, was able to gain favor with at least one of the guards. Well, and during all of this, Morgan Jorgen Jorgenbeard is off having a nice dinner in the city of Midlock's best cafe. But right now, our adventurers are being taken to court, where they will stand trial for theft, attack on guards, attempted escape, and other crimes. These are the Tales of Onniaga. All of you are being led into this large white building. It's a mixture between a Catholic cathedral and a Roman temple, and you get led through, and you see guards not holding spears or swords or anything like that. They are holding these staves that have intricate engravings along all the full length of it. And as you're led in, you are all being flanked. Conry, you're standing next to Daryl as he asked you to come along with them as a witness. And Amber, you are being pretty much carried by 2 guards just by your arms. You're all balled up like this, just being carried by like a big sack of potatoes. And Kumito, I'm actually going to roll to see if anyone notices that you are uncuffed yet. These
Unlocked.
guards,
The cuffs are unlocked. They're not just off.
yeah, they're not just off, but I'm going to see if anyone notices, like, oh, this doesn't seem as tight as it should be. So,
Has 24 hours passed since I unlocked them?
no, all of this since the street fight has been in the span of 3 hours.
I've died almost 4 times in the span of 3 hours.
Yes! Because y'all will not stop killing each other.
Hey, that's not everybody. That is Amber trying
That
to
was
win
a 9.
Rude.
So that is one
This
of
is
them.
why I don't trust non-animal people.
So you do trust Conry.
Yeah, half of
That
us
was
are
planned.
technically animal people.
Exactly. They can
You
count
just don't like us
dragons
'cause we're
as
furries.
animals. Jorgen is also part animal.
Where were we?
Did they figure out if I was uncuffed?
Oh, yeah, no, they got a 9. These guards are stupid. They're just not checking you. Mainly because you're at, like, 2 hit points, right? So you're fairly, like, bloody.
I'm
No,
at
wait,
7 now.
you're at 7
Yeah,
you
now.
could-
I got a small heal.
Can I
If
roll
you-
to see if I notice it? Or if Conry notices
Yeah, you
it?
can roll if you want to see.
What is that, intelligence?
Yeah, just an investigation check.
It's the Avatar Aang meets the Earth King, and we're like, the Avatar over here, and he's uncuffed and recuffs himself.
That would be a nat
We
1.
did have a
so
short
no.
rest, so you could.
No, you are having
use
a
health die.
wonderful discussion with Daryl about the weird dog smell he smells. No.
Oh, gone.
Well, that's
Yeah,
interesting. I have no idea what that could be.
In your bio.
So, due to the fact that Kumito has been fairly compliant and has been brutally massacred a few times at this point in the police custody. They aren't really paying that much attention to you. They're still flanking you on either side, but it's not going to be that big. And they take you into this central chamber where there are 2 chairs set up in the middle of these large circles on the ground. And along the walls, there are columns. And on the top of each column is a bust of what a few of y'all recognize as some of the gods, like the heads of gods as busts on the top of these white columns. And they sit Kumito and Amber down in these 2 chairs, and they unshackle both of you. And you are now sitting in these chairs, and they're like, oh, okay, you're good now. I'm going to keep that investigation check. While they were uncuffing you, they still did not realize that you were uncuffed. They're just that stupid.
For stretches.
Jorgen, you are picked up from your restaurant, and you are led down the street to the same building that I described before. It's a large, grandiose building, and you are led in, and you are sat in an adjacent chair, but there's no circle around you in this one. It's more of a comfortable chair for you to sit. And you see Kumito, Ame, and Conry. Conry has not been sat down yet. He's standing next to the guards. And
Has Connery done anything to disguise themselves? Or is it just Connery?
He's in a different outfit, and he has a hood over his head.
Yes.
Do you want me to roll to see if I recognize
the
man that stole from it? Yeah, sure, why not? Because I can't tell when he's a wolf.
If you want to
I might
see
as well.
if you recognize them.
I just always have to roll to recognize Connery from now on. What am I rolling, Dungeon Master?
That'd be an investigation check.
An investigation. I got a
Because
7.
you're like, I'm imagining like you're giving people the once over, and then you're like, what? That person's like stature is kind of similar.
Do I recognize the smell? The smelly man?
Connery has perfectly good hygiene, for the record.
You lick yourself clean, Connery.
He bathes in the forest. He'll bathe in like the lake that they blew up. Remember that?
Yeah.
Exactly. So you haven't had a shower in a day.
Neither
None of
have
y'all
you.
have.
So you can't judge.
Unless
but
Jorgen like ordered a
I'm
bath
cool.
at the restaurant.
Or unless we
Waiter,
showered at window.
one bath.
Jorgen, how much? What was your investigation check?
7 plus 0.
No, this is a complete stranger standing across the way from you. He's not dressed like the other guards, and you're more fixated on Ember, who you do recognize right away, who seems a little worse for wear, a little bit more tattered, and I'm guessing not feeling very well due to the fact that she does not like being chained up. Anyways, at this moment, the door at the end of the corridor bursts open, and out walks a man in some nice clothes, and he says, announcing the entrance of the Honorable Judge Reggie Featherwings. And out
So
comes...
that's 3 Reginald Reggies now. 3 of them.
Oh, yeah, the butler.
It's a very common name in this world.
and of course, Reginald.
Ah, yes. Reginald is there.
Mojo will bow
Uh,
as he enters
this
and hold it
older-
until he gets to the front.
This older elven man comes in, and he's holding this large tome and a sizable gavel in his arms. And he goes over to what y'all didn't recognize at first. what y'all recognized at first was just a pillar, but was actually his stand that he will be sitting on top of. So he goes behind it and sits down, puts down the big tome, and sets the gavel right next to it. We have to wait for the proxies now. They're on the way. Hi, I'm Reggie. Anyways, you see that now what you recognize as the seating area for the judge and two more shorter pillars are right next to him. Out of the door that the judge just came out of, two more human-looking men come walking in, and the same man that announced the judge raises his voice again and says, "Announcing the entrance of Lord Gilderoy and Lord Lockhart." And those two walk over. Lord Gilderoy, as you can see, is a red-headed individual. He looks slightly younger than the other one, much younger than the elderly elf that came in. And he's wearing brown robes that hang down to his feet and cover up all the clothes that he might be wearing underneath. And he goes and sits down on the right hand of the judge. And Lord Lockhart, he is a blonde man with very tall, with a tall stature, broad shoulders, and a lot of adorning jewelry on him. And he goes and sits down on the left hand of the judge. And the judge says, "Now that we're all here, we are going to be following up the case of what's y'all's names?" And he speaks to Ame and Kumito in the chairs.
Ame stands up and
Amber?
says her name, and she bows.
Okay. So Amber, what's your last name for that?
Whitefire.
Whitefire. Okay. And you, sir?
I stand up and just kind of nod, and that's it.
Hello. What's your name, sir?
I just start motioning, just like.
He looks over to the guards, and the guard says he hasn't spoken a word since we have arrested him. Apparently, he's either a mute or deaf in some way, sir. And
does Mojo hear this?
Yes, the guard does say this across the room.
I will raise my hand.
Yes, you. What is your name? As he gets the names, he is writing them down in the large tome that he has.
Yes, Morgan Jorgenbeard. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. I am sure my full title is on your ledger. Yes, the man you see there, though I do not know his true name, I think we have come to call him Tom. He is not deaf. He can also speak telepathically. As far as I know, he cannot cast, but he did try to make some hand signs previously, to which were suspicious.
Interesting. Well, and you see as you were saying all that, his hands seem to be moving irregularly fast across the page, as if he is his own court stenographer. And every word that he speaks and every word that is spoken in this room, just know that his hand and is writing it all down. So, you are feigning deafness, sir. Is that what this man is saying?
How do I convey that I can still hear, so I'm not technically deaf?
That is up to you, my good sir.
Yes.
I know. I shake my head like, no, not. I can still hear. I can't. I just motion at my mouth, but like, ears fine, mouth no.
Deception check.
Why am I doing this now? I was gonna mind link to him later. I was gonna. Oh my god, 19 plus 2, 21.
You got 21. He looks at you, and then he looks over at Mojo, and he's like, "Are you sure? Are you 100% sure that this is the man that that could speak before?"
Yes.
You're saying that he is feigning deafness, and yet he seems to be able to speak just fine. So it could be that he is a mute.
He has spoken before. Maybe he bit his tongue? I did whack him pretty good. So.
And I also heard that there was a commotion at the jail at some point, so it's very possible that he could be injured. Do we need to? He looks over at you. Before we continue, do we need to bring in a healer for you?
I'm like, I'm good. It's fine. I'll be fine.
From now on, whenever
Claire
you are
familiar with us?
I am going to make you do a performance check
Okay.
from now on, so to
Wonderful.
see if you can properly
Convey what I want to
what
say.
Yeah. So do a performance check from
All
now
right.
on whenever you try to speak with your hands.
Oh, well, that performance didn't go over well. It's a 7.
He's like, "Oh, so your throat hurts. Okay. Would you mind running and grabbing us a healer? Just bring him right on in." Anyways, so you are charging them with what? He's speaking over to you, Jorgen, yet again. What are you charging them with?
Well, you see, Your Honor, may I call you Your Honor?
Yes, thank you for being very polite. Please
Yes.
continue.
Well, not them specifically. There was another man, taller, hairier, smellier. I never grabbed his name. He was quite fleeting in our encounters, but he had stolen my coin purse, something to the sum of 108 gold pieces.
Henry
and-
just sinks down in his seat while this is happening.
And while those two technically weren't in possession of the coin purse and this third party was, they did willfully admit to tell me that my coin purse had been stolen by this person and had, in fact, told me otherwise that it had been stolen by another separate fourth party, as you may. Then, when I tried to get the guards to apprehend said other individual, after the storekeeper, Jenkins, I believe, he cast. I propositioned him to cast the locate object spell on my coin purse, to which it indicated it on this third party's possession. And when I demanded it back, they refused. I left to get the guards. The guards came back, and then they were attacked by the deaf individual, well, the feigning deaf individual over there. Not by him, but by his guard dog, pet shark bunny Brock thing.
Well, This is a rather long story that if
I
anyone
just-
else was trying to tell it, it might take a whole 3 to 4 hours to tell.
Maybe, yes, maybe.
A whole session and a half.
That's a whole session and a half. Well, along with that charge, there is also another charge, and in comes wheeling a man on a wheelchair with no leg, being wheeled out by another guard. He seems to be sedated at least, and along with the charge of theft and fighting in the streets, there was the mutilation of this guard here, of a beast of some sort, and you say that this beast belonged to this mute individual here?
Well, I'm not too sure of the exact relationship, as I was unconscious for many hours in which the robbery took place, and my subsequent injuries. But after that, they seemed to have some kind of kinship where he was feeding said animal, and it seemed to listen to his non-verbal commands.
Interesting. So you say that he can speak non-verbally to this.
To my knowledge, he
this
can speak
beast.
non-verbally to any single sentient being.
Well, this is a very interesting story. It is fairly hard to believe, but we will get to the bottom of this. Obviously, there have been crimes that have been committed by someone in this room, at least. So, along with the battery and mutilation of this and the robbery of you, there was also an escape attempt and even more battery on the, according to the eyewitnesses, was perpetrated by this young lady here. And he points over at Amber. How do you plead on trying to escape jail and the battery of multiple guards? You're muted.
Hi. My apologies, Your Honor. I've never been anywhere here, much less in a courtroom. I didn't attempt to escape. I was more very enraged being locked up. I get very upset when I am tied down.
Well, you are incarcerated for a crime. And while incarceration, it is said to me, he looks over at some of the other guards, that you attacked your cellmate here. Is there a reason that may be? Dang it, I forgot to do something. Never mind. It can't go into play now because it's already been circumvented.
Okay. I was angry that, well, all this stuff just happened so fast. I can hardly remember what happened. And I took my anger out on this man who refuses to tell me his name. I lashed out at him because I wanted to know his name, and he still refuses to tell us.
Well, he is mute, so it'd be very difficult for him to tell us, wouldn't it?
He can talk in people's minds, Your Honor. He does it with the animals. He does it with people.
Yet another person saying that you can speak into other people's heads. I'm starting to think that you might be able to. It's not outside of the possibility due to the fact that we have spells such as the message spell and other things like that. Can you or can you not speak into people's heads.
I make like a so, and then there's like my head hurts at the moment because a healer was ordered for whatever reason. I'm gonna take the advantage of it.
Okay.
The healer was ordered. I'm gonna take advantage of it. Just like usually, but my head hurts right now.
Performance check. It's gonna be a low DC because those are easy.
Whoosh. 17 plus 2. I wasted that. All right, 19.
19. Okay, so, well, so you can sort of do it, but due to your injuries, it's not viable at the moment. Oh, here they are. And then up comes a person in white robes and armor, coming up and like, I was summoned here. It was the same man that was healing the guard that had his leg ripped off earlier. And he comes up and he's like, "Oh, it's you two again. You need healing again?" Anyways, and he places his hand on the floor, and you see that the circles around y'all light up, and both of y'all are gonna heal. Let me grab my dice. 12 points of healing. So both Amber and Kumito heal up 12 points of healing.
Full health again. Yeah.
Oh, good for you. So now that's good. Healer, if you don't mind, do you have? There seems to be disagreements happening all over the place here, and currently our truth speaker is out at the moment. Do you know the spell Zone of Truth? Like a way to compel people to speak the truth. I do. I can only do it a couple times, and but with these glyphs on the floor that allow me to cast it on multiple people, it should be fine. If you'll do that, we'll get your payment for it. Anyways, will you be able to do it now, sir? Mr. Tom is, as Mr. Jorgen here has spoken before.
I'll mind link up to him.
Okay, here we go.
My esteemed judge and your honor, and it is absolutely an honor to get to speak to you. I am unfortunately mute in physical ways, but my mind can, in fact, they are correct, talk to others. What is it that you would like to know from me?
So you can speak. What an interesting dialect that you speak in. So now that we can all communicate, at least to me, truth speaker, at least temporary truth speaker, would you mind casting it right now? And he placed the cleric now places his hand back on the glyph on the ground, and he casts it, and what would be only a 10-foot radius around him spreads throughout the whole room, and all of the pillars with all the gods on them light up as well. I need everyone there to roll intelligence? No, wisdom saving.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
You can. It's if you choose to resist it, you roll.
If you choose to resist it.
Okay, where we're gonna resist it.
Interesting.
I am not.
I got an 18 plus 3.
So now that everyone is allowing themselves to be influenced by the spell, and then the judge is interrupted by the cleric. Sir, this one is resisting. What's that, Kumito? This one's actually he is not allowing the spell to affect him, and it is not affecting him. Just letting you know. Well, in that case, we'll just have to grain of salt it with you, huh? and you see the two lords, Gilderoy and the two lords, Gilderoy and Lockhart, also stiffen up, and then the cleric looks at both of them. Oh, and those two are resisting as well.
Ooh.
Just so you know. So,
I call this trial.
The judge is like, well, duly noted, they're not on trial, they're just here as proxies for the rulers. Though they will be able to help deliberate what a proper punishment would be for these people. So, on with the trial. Which one should we do first? Should we do the attempted escape, the battery of this poor man over here? He looks over at the man with only one leg. Or should we deal with the theft? What do you think? He looks over at Jorgen.
Well, can Kumito raises his, I raise my hand real quickly.
Oh, you.
I mind link real quickly. I do not know if any of the gods told you, but part of that escape attempt battery thing was against me as well.
Yes, you will be part of the witness and victim part of that one. We are trying to do a 3-in-1 trial here. So
very efficient.
positions and things will move accordingly. We're trying to keep this all contained into just one little session of court so that so we just don't want to have to drag this out for too long. Anyways, so that'll be fine. Question. You. Are you actually... No, wait. You can still lie. Never mind. I was going to ask if you could actually speak out loud. But... I don't trust you. So we'll go off of what you said before. Anyways, Jorgen, what you want to go with yours first? Even though one of your perpetrators does not seem to be here.
Well, Your Honor, if it pleases you, I think possibly we should start with maybe the easiest to resolve case, and go in subsequent of length and time, just to save on resources. And I assume men are out to apprehend said third party.
Oh yes, there are quite a few people out there looking for him. He seemed to have slipped out of a back alley.
Give them time to apprehend said man. Should be possibly do I assume whatever this battery charge on an escape attempt should be easiest to prove.
Good. So, in that case, we will have witnesses come up from all of the people that witnessed the escape attempt. First, you guard over there. And Daryl walks over and is like, yes, sir, I'm the one that got the most battered in that one. What exactly happened? Well, I was on duty, just watching them in their cage, of course, in the cell, and I see that one. He points over at Amber and is like, that one decides to kick this one for no reason. I go in there to try to stop her from harming another inmate, as I should, and I got headbutted and knocked out. I flattened my ass, sir. Just and then I got woken up. I was out for a little while. I got woken up by that one. He points over at Kumito, shoving some delicious things in my mouth. So Then I got up to help because I had been woken up, and then I got my face slammed through a wall and heard a lot of commotion behind me and a lot of pain. And then this man over here, his name is Reginald. He came in and was the on-site healer. He saw a little bit of what was happening, and he healed me up, and now we're here. He looks over at the other guards and is just like, is that what sounds about right? And then all the other guards start nodding and agreeing with it, and he's like, but let's hear from the outside source. What you, Reginald, he said, right?
Does nodding count as lying?
He was about to ask, what's your full name? I just need it for the record.
My name is Connery.
Connery! Is there a last name to that?
Not that I'm aware of.
Interesting. So your name is not Reginald. Interesting. Anyways, what brought you to the courthouse that day? To the police station that day, that is.
God, am I gonna have to come out? I already did this once, damn it.
I am a friend, and you just wanted to check on me. You don't have to say.
Yeah, but I can't lie. Well,
Sorry.
that's not technically incorrect.
You're my friend. You wanted to check on me.
I am a friend of Ember's, and I wanted to check on her.
Ah, so you're a friend of this, of the perpetrator of this escape attempt.
Do I perhaps recognize said voice? Said
I was
oddly
gonna try to
Russian
fake an
voice?
accent, but I can't, 'cause I can't lie.
Make a perception check.
It wasn't an escape attempt. I didn't try.
18 plus stuff.
18 plus stuff.
Go ahead. Do Jorgen, you suddenly, it clicks. As soon as you hear Connery say his name out loud, you're like, oh my goodness.
Your Honor, sir. That is the man that stole my coin purse. I didn't recognize him until he spoke.
This is the man that stole your coin purse.
Yes. I would recognize that smelly voice anyway.
Is that true? He says directly at Connery.
That is correct, but I did give it back when he asked.
Do you have your coin purse at the moment, Jorgen?
Actually, the lady currently on charge gave it back after the guards were already come and the fight had already broken out. She had pelted me with it.
Yeah, so I definitely not lying.
Ah, so it seems that
there was also they had
twines
spent some of it.
intertangling these three cases as it is. Good to know. Things are unraveling quickly.
I hate this freaking zone of truth. I have this whole plan. Damn it.
I'm unhappy with the way the judge just said that and made those motions. Unhappy.
Jorgen, what was that again? Sorry, I was doing a little happy dance.
And it was very becoming of you, Your Highness. I was just saying that they had already spent a large portion of my current current beholden wealth by the time it had been given back.
Your Honor, that is true that we did
Please,
spend
one at a
some.
time.
My apologies. It is true that we did spend a small portion of his gold, but I was doing so to help the party, as we had just come back from a very long mission for Jenkins.
So you all are a party then? You all work together at the guild?
I mean,
Only me and the lady on trial, Ember, are part of the guild. These two
I
are not.
So,
Also,
was on
I
my
would
way
say
to
that
become a
stealing my
part of the
purse
guild.
would make me not member of their party, at least for this proceeding.
You were knocked out. We were holding to it for you until you awoke.
But I
Yeah.
awoke, and then you refused to give it to me, on top of saying that it was stolen. And actually, now that I remember it, you said that they broke my rib when they stole it. But if no one stole it, that means one of you broke my rib. I would like to add assault to this charge.
yes, Conry, duly noted, Jorgen. It is being added to charge. What is up, Conry?
Never mind. I was gonna try and lie and say, "Oh, it was Kumito who broke your ribs." Then I remembered that I can't lie, so never mind.
This is the
You're on.
sickest
You also
charge
couldn't
ever.
say Kumito. You'd have to say Tom.
Well, yeah, but just metagaming.
Interesting. So it seems that there are more twines intertwining all of these cases. Were you there to help your friend escape from jail? Because if I'm not mistaken, you went there and two of the guards saw you come in with a sword drawn. Were you there to help and escape?
I was going to talk to Amber about a possible defense that we could use because we are friends. So I would like to not have seen her locked up for something that was not her fault. I was not aware that she was trying to break out at the time until I heard the commotion, which is why I came in with my sword drawn. And then I proceeded to heal Daryl over here. And also help heal both Amber and the telepathic gentleman.
Okay. So you did not go there with the intention of breaking them out, which is good. Amber,
Yes.
what provokes you to attempt this escape, other than not wanting to go to trial?
As I said, Your Honor, I did not plan on escaping. I was just angry on being locked up, and I took it out on the telepathic because I was angry that he refused to say his name or tell me what his real name is.
So this telepathic obtuse man is it seems to be one of the core parts of your anger, which is understandable. Cleric, is she underneath the impulse of telling the truth? Yes, sir, she is not resisting. It's fine. So what you speak is true. It was not an escape attempt, merely a lashing out at one of your party members. Understood. What do you say to this? Tom? Is that your name? Is Tom your name?
Excuse me, George. I am not a member of their party. I just kind of ran into them.
Liar!
How did you hear that?
Oh, right, you're telepathic right now.
You need to do a persuasion check.
Oh, me? Yeah.
Yeah, because he's gonna grain of salt it with you on all of everything that you say.
18 plus 2, 20.
Oh my goodness.
I'm
So
getting really
you
lucky
merely
today.
just ran into them. You're not affiliated with them. And I heard before
That
there
is-
was... Yeah, sir? Yes, Conrad.
Your Honor, as your caster can tell, I am telling the truth, and he is lying. He was the one who took us on this quest. He was there during the robbery, the assault, whatever you want to call it, during the entire process, and it was in fact his pet that attacked the poor one-legged guard.
Wow, it's almost as if I only said, and the judge only conveyed that I said I wasn't part of the party, which is technically true, and that I only ran into y'all, which is technically true.
I mean, technically,
Me?
that was the only thing that they
I'm
said
just
was
trying
a
to throw
lie, and then there's
Kumito
more
under
shit
the
on top of it.
bus as much as possible.
That is fair. That is
Also,
fair. They just
out-
said that is a lie and just piled on information.
Out of character, Josh, has Kumito actually spoken out of person? Because I feel like they through their mouth to address multiple people at once as the quote unquote party.
Oh yeah,
I
assuming
feel
he was
like it
speaking
had
out loud,
happened,
not telepathically. So I
But
don't know.
if you want to rule it that you were speaking telepathically the same thing individually 3 times, I will roll with that.
No, I have for sure spoken out loud before, because it's a lot easier than telepathically saying the same message.
Okay, that is going to be useful going forward.
Yeah.
But
It is
I also
just-
wanted to
right
give you the
now,
opportunity
pretty
to
much
say,
You 3 tried to convince the judge that Kumito can talk.
Yeah.
And as soon as you guys do that, everything else just comes undone.
However,
I
It's
how are you
will
gonna
raise
give me
my
the talk?
hand
that
again.
can Kumito talk.
How are you gonna get me to speak for real though? These people don't know me, just the people who I've been traveling with.
I would raise my hand again.
Yes, Jorgen. So there's been many mentions of this pet, and speaking of which, go ahead and bring it in, and you see a large double door open up, and you see chained and stabbed in with what look like harpoons.
Did you kill Reginald off screen?
No. A very upset and bloody Reginald
Told you I would quit
being
this campaign
carted
if he died.
in. Well, actually, what?
Connery
What?
said, or Chris said that they would quit the campaign if Reginald died.
I said
No,
that
he
in
is
like
harpooned and chained on a rolling platform that they kind of just roll in. And Reginald is laying down, but when he sees Kumito, he stands up, he lifts his head up and like looks towards you like By the way, what did you choose as like your human-ish trait for him?
The
Did
human.
you choose spellcasting or did you choose speaking?
Oh, that's right. Spellcast.
Or did you want him to
Oh.
have or did you want him to have a human characteristic?
Oh right. God, to give him opposable thumbs would be so funny.
It would be.
He's just a fish with hands.
oh, that's terrifying.
No,
He
no,
can
no.
hold swords now.
No, he's got the front paws, but instead of the ones that are like way up here where they're useless, they're the opposable thumb kind.
So
Are
you
they,
just
like-
want to give him thumbs?
Yeah, just give him working thumbs that he can use.
Is
He
the
can
hair
now-
on those
I'm
hands
gonna
like
allow
fish
this.
color?
I'm going to allow this. You guys see these furry brown human-esque hands where the little toe beans have elongated just slightly, and he now has a thumb. I will allow that, and he is now able to, with extensive training, use rudimentary tools and weapons. Because of that.
This is so great.
Yes. Anyways, this seems to be the pet or beast or whatever it is. You hear the guard who had been sedated just start screaming his head off. Just like, ah! No! Not again! Keep it away! Keep it away! He's like trying to get up, but 2 of the other guards are like holding him down in the chair. Just like, don't let that thing near! And the judge like flicks his hand and one of his rings flash. And then suddenly there's no noise coming from that man, but he is still like reacting. Shut up!
A cone of
He
silence.
What?
Cone of silence.
Yeah, pretty much. Just on that man. It's just like, no need for that. Just. Silence.
We get it. You're traumatized.
We
Jesus.
understand. It's over there. It's not gonna hurt you. But anyway,
Could I
So-
try to calm the man down by like saying, "I'm here. I'll protect you. Remember me? I helped."
Ah.
Obviously, I don't go up to him.
He looks over at Jorgen, and he gives you a look of recognition, and kind of is just like, okay. He's still on edge, but he's still backing up a lot. He's just like, you got this. You got this. Is there this beast was found not only who has mutilated and eaten a part of this guard, it took 12 guards to take him down in all, 3 of whom are now in hospital due to the fact that he was quite a formidable and quick foe. But do you own this? He says to Kumito. Would you say that this is yours, and do you give it order?
Your Honor, that is a very interesting question.
When I
The
see
answer is
he's not
kind of
talking, I
complicated.
put my hand up again and say, "Again, he can speak."
He is underneath the influence, right, Claire? Yes, sir, he is. And you healed this man completely of his injuries, correct? So there shouldn't be a reason that he shouldn't be able to speak? No, unless he literally bit his tongue off. He doesn't regrow limbs or anything like that, sadly. He looks over at the guard with no leg. Sorry. If we had gotten it from the beast, we could have gotten it back to you, but no.
Oh man.
He should, if there was anything that caused him to not be able to speak from injury, he should be able to speak now. Can you speak, sir?
The man, like, as I was saying, this is a very complicated answer to give you. Because, you see, that man Jenkins had tasked me, I was sort of under his employment. He had tasked me with taking care of said animal. And we were in the middle of bonding the animal to me, in which I could then fully control the animal, and it would also bond my life force to him, because I'm sort of in Jenkins' kind of debt. And yet, that is when the dwarfen man over there walked in with the guard, startling the beast before Jenkins could finish the spell that would put the animal under my control. And that is when the animal attacked. I attempted to keep the animal alive because Jenkins, of course, had already finished the bonding the life force together, which also very concerns me right now that it looks like you have put the bunny shark in quite a lot of harm. Because that is very concerning, because if that dies, I die. But I had to stop the young dwarf there from killing him so that I could, live. It was very misunderstood because then he started to attack me. And I would have absolutely stopped the animal had I had full control of him at the time. His name is Reginald, by the way, Sir Reggie. Your Honor.
So it's very common name. It's understandable. There's Reggies and Reginalds and all those kinds of things all over the world. Anyways, so you're saying that I will relay what he has said, that he is soul bonded to this beast, and that because the beast was threatened due to your actions, Jorgen, that he had no choice but to save his own self by saving the beast itself. So that is why he attacked you.
I don't know whether that's true, as if I was unconscious for a many hour and then I was out of the shop getting the guards, so I don't know when the soul bonding could have occurred, assuming we are to believe him. Again, he can talk, but he did not communicate to me in any way that this was the situation. He could have said that, and I would have helped try and not think. I was purely acting in defense of that poor guard there.
Okay, we are not saying that what you did was reprehensible. You did something that that any decent person would do, and we thank you for that. And I'm sure this guard thanks you as well, for he is not dead. Was there anyone here that was in the shop that may have witnessed this exchange between Tom here and this Jenkins character? I did. Our guards were unable to find anyone else in the shop, so Jenkins does not seem to be in town at the moment. So,
if you ring the bell, his shop appears.
Oh, well, is this true? He says to the cleric. Yes, it's quite remarkable the way that he's able to just appear and disappear. He says that it deters people from stealing when he's not there.
Oh boy, I really assumed Jenkins was like the black market and really wanted to be out of the eyes of the law.
Oh, he just owns a storefront, dude. He's not black market or anything. He can work for the black market, and he often does, but y'all don't know that.
Jenkins is secretly a drug dealer.
And you're going to be one of his drug carriers at some point.
Yeah! I'll do that.
Well,
Do drugs. Don't get caught.
there's
for
one
crime.
thing that he has yet to be able to get his hands on, Jorgen, please, Matt, please edit this out. He has yet to be able to get his hands on the good kush from the Island of Lords.
Yes. The good Kush Island.
That's going in the Vine
This
compilation.
is the dollar store. How good could it be?
This is the Jenkins store. How good could it be? It can
That's
be
what I'm trying to
amazing.
do.
Again, in my TikTok, I did say, you give him enough money, he can give you a limb back. It'll be a prosthetic, but it'll work just as good.
And now I actually want to bite off my tongue and get like a robotic tongue from Jenkins.
You can get what is called a silver tongue that gives you advantage on all deception checks.
Is it just the tongue from The Simpsons?
The tongue from The Simpsons.
Yeah, there's the episode where Homer and Lisa go to the museum.
I have
and
not seen
there's
that.
a big.
I pulled that right out of my ass as soon as he said tongue, and I was like, oh, that could be interesting for Kumito since he likes to lie so much.
That would mean like the zone of truth might not ever work on me ever.
Yeah. I get
Wonderful.
maybe that's what it would be. Like it gives you advantage on deception checks, but also makes you immune to zone of truth. Or
But
makes
we're
you
not
always
freaking-
have to lie.
You've
if
already
you are
given him
affected
like
by
5
zone.
magic items. Next
That's
one cost
true.
5,000 gold.
Oh, but you wouldn't be
Fuck
able
Tom.
to change your
No.
accent every 15 minutes.
That's not due to the tongue. That's just due to the character.
Him not knowing where he comes from, right?
Yeah.
All right. So So
Back in
back
the
in.
unedited portion.
Like all that will be edited.
And
Thank you.
action.
So, was there anyone in the actual store that may have seen this interaction between Kumito? Tom! Dang it!
Hold on, I'm gonna mind link to the judge real fast. Your Honor, just so you are aware, these people do not know my name, for it is not one that you will see in any books, nor is it one that was originally known to me, or given to me, in fact. For you see, my name is not my original name. They can call me Tom all they like, but those who are privy to me have often called me Kumito.
So that is your name. What you people call Tom, was anyone there to see the exchange between Tom / Kumito
Your
by
real
the
name
way,
is Kumito?
Oh, good. I was hoping someone would react to that.
He sounds like a weird anime character. Anyways.
Right? Well, what's his anime?
Oh my god, he can dual
It's
wield.
these old ancient scrolls that we got the idea for flaming swords from.
Did he just tell you his real name?
Interesting.
What is his real name?
His real name, apparently, again, he's not being affected by the zone of truth, is apparently Kumito.
Oh, that's a relief to me.
I really want someone to try and look it up and find nothing and be like, he's lying.
You see, Lord Lockhart just scribble that name down, just real quick.
Gosh. That's great. Great.
And so now that we all have names now, was anyone there privy to Jenkins and Kumito now doing this exchange?
Your Honor, me and Amber were.
You were in there, so you witnessed the soul bonding or other things?
Weren't you two trying to... Never mind. Go on.
What?
Never mind. I just was trying to remember what you two were doing at the time.
Shopping.
We were shopping with
Getting
his money,
pockets.
actually.
You guys were getting pockets and stuff. So if no one was seeing this, it's very possible that it could be that they are linked. So,
I will raise my hand again.
yes, Jorgen.
Well, unless it happened prior to our returning with the quest item, the rock egg, which, to my knowledge, he had not met this Reginald, Sir Reginald, not you know what I'm talking about, the dog beast.
Yeah, this one right over here.
Yes. Before I had not seen the creature before going on said quest with Kumito, as you say. Thus, I doubt they were soul bonded at that time. And then when we returned to Jenkins's store, he entered, and I entered not 5 seconds after. Then it did not happen while I was in the store. It could have happened when I left to get the guards. There was a small amount of time for which the DM to decide, in which I waited for the guards to come and help me apprehend this smelly man, of which I also do not know the name of.
Is perfectly fine, thank you very much.
Well, if that is what you think.
It's perfectly fine for a...
Nope.
For a what? What are you insinuating? What? A witness.
I told you, I've had to come out already. Don't make me do it again.
Sorry. Yes, right. Back to it. Unless it happened while I was not in there and was getting the guards, I would say that it is a falsehood. But as the other two are under the effects of the spell, I would, at a grain of salt still, but I would trust whether they can corroborate this happening.
That's very true. I keep forgetting that you're not affected by this. It is causing a bit of a wrinkle for the case that you're playing for yourself. What if we were able to dispel whatever effect this Jenkins halfway put on you and this beast? And that way we would be able to possibly punish the beast instead of you.
Human kills a beast. Wow, that was a
that
perfect
is-
time to do a Gaston impression, and I totally screwed that up. Anyway.
I say we kill the beast.
Kill the beast! Alright.
How
Sorry.
many eggs do
Says
you eat,
Lockhart.
Primitive?
That's the first thing that Lockhart has said this entire time. I say we kill
Conry
the beast.
growls at him.
In
More under his
human
breath.
form?
As a human.
Just like, can you not? Just like under his breath. It's just like an immediate reaction to that.
I was gonna note
damn it.
earlier. There were two wolf-like
As you
beasts
growl,
you could be
Conry,
talking
he
about.
gives you a side eye.
Werewolf
I
question
mean, in Morgan's eyes, he A, doesn't know Conry's a werewolf yet because he keeps failing his wisdom check. And B, he doesn't blame the wolf for anything. It was a beast that wasn't beholden to you, did not attack anyone. It was just sitting there. In fact, Mojo probably considers the wolf his closest friend right now.
because the wolf hasn't tried to steal from him or attack him.
Yeah. He led us to the Phoenix, the wolves. He helped in the carry the egg. Wolf's a good guy.
You keep
Love that
calling
guy.
him smelly though.
Huh? I
No,
keep
he's
calling
calling
Connery
Connery
smelly.
smelly, not the
Because
wolf.
Connery just happens to smell like a wolf, but for a wolf, the
That's fine.
wolf was actually not that smelly.
Now
The
you're
wolf smells like it should
actually
be.
making me feel bad for robbing your body. God damn it.
Wow, this is a turn of events.
You should feel bad for robbing people that can figure it out.
That's
Dumb
what,
dumb.
10 million gold is what he said earlier? I'm sure he
108.
could spare 100. No, that's the...
Yeah,
The-
that's the exact thing. Is if you
that's
had
the
have
reward.
asked him to buy you whatever, he would
Oh,
have.
right.
Connery's not big on asking permission.
Anyway,
I can tell.
so
What gave it away?
I think that I have come up. I can surmise what has happened here. You three were all accomplices in luring out young Jorgen here into the woods to rob him because he had more money than the rest of you. You kept him around.
Why was
You
I
did not
included
have
in
this beast beforehand, but you came across it on your way to help out with a quest from Jenkins. You got the beast, came back, and when you got to Jenkins, you realized that you had been robbed. You confronted these three, went to go get the proper authority, as you should, and then once the proper authority arrived, due to the fact that it is a beast and was confronted with a harsh situation, it attacks what it saw as a threat. And then to avoid being killed, Kumito here was trying to protect his own life and along with the life of his now connected friend, which caused you two and Kumito to be arrested by association due to the fact that we did not know exactly what had happened yet. And then what seemed to be an escape attempt happened, along with battery and damages to public property and person. And now we are here. Yes, Kumito, what would you like?
Your esteemed honor, I would like to make a small correction. I was not privy to the theft of Morgan Jorgensen. That one over
What were
there.
you doing when these two were robbing him?
I was not around. I was off looking for animals. I believe I was talking to a squirrel.
Objection? Can I
Yes,
object?
Father?
Am I allowed to object? He was in fact there when it happened.
He was.
I don't remember.
Were you in the
Yeah.
room?
Okay.
Your Honor.
Deception check, Kumito.
What?
Deception check, Kumito.
Okay.
Come on, I physically can't lie.
Deception. Oh no, 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your Honor.
So you were there. according to these two, who cannot lie at this moment, yes, Amber.
Mojo Jojo was pretty much having me carry all of his things. When he was unconscious, I had to drag him along. If we robbed him, wouldn't we have left him to have not gotten caught?
So are you saying that you merely things off of him to make him easier to carry?
Yes. That could be...
Amber, is this a lie?
I don't know, I'm trying to
Well,
think of...
she's saying, like, for me, because I was the one who physically stole it. So if she thinks that that's what I was doing, then it wouldn't technically be a lie.
Conry could have been helping me try and carry him around, which she was. I mean, he was. He was trying to help me carry Mojo Jojo.
Which one of... you were also injured at the time. What happened there? How was he injured?
Injured. Oh. I grew frustrated and kicked him, thinking he would wake up.
That's a lie.
Okay. Wait, how do I say it?
Kumito says out loud. What?
Wait a minute.
Right. Truth. I'm on a truth now. Okay. I kicked him because I don't like him. For making me carry all his stuff. That is my
You're
truth.
on the...
So he fell ill while on an adventure. He fell ill, and apparently it sounds like he passed out. Not due to anything that y'all did. What do you think? Did they poison you or anything like that? Do you know?
I did have a sandwich right beforehand given to me by Amber in question, which I thought tasted not amazing, but better than I had expected, as I had not had one before. But then I did immediately, feel quite ill and then pass unconscious, waking up with a very bad headache and a broken rib.
Amber, did you try to poison Jorgen?
No, I made breakfast and it got cold. And then I got fed up on waiting for him to get out of bed, out of his gold pile. Which he was embarrassed of. So
was there poison in this sandwich?
No.
Okay, so they did not poison you, but you did fall ill, possibly due to malpractice of cooking or other reasons. We can always suspect, possibly a gone. Sorry.
Made out of deer.
Morgan Freeman at him again.
What? Yeah, you guys aren't privy of that. So you fell unconscious, and out of frustration to now having to carry you along with all of your stuff, it sounds like, she kicks you in the rib and broke it. And then which one of you pickpocketed him or made him lighter to carry?
That would be me, Your Honor.
Was your intention, was it to lighten the load?
Okay. My intention was to take his money to help the party on the rest of the quest, as we did not know what was going to be happening, therefore afterwards. And yes, most of the party didn't really take a liking to him because of the way he had treated all of us beforehand.
And how had he treated you?
Well, like I said, he was just being a general, if I may say, a dick. To both.
More like it.
Objection. I am delightful.
You've been very polite
Every
here.
stuck-up person.
You can think that if you wish, but
Your Honor, I would like to say I didn't have any particular feelings one way or another about the dwarf over there. He seemed kind of interesting, but he didn't know much.
anyways,
Why
he
do
was
you
making.
smell like dead squirt? Like dead squirt.
I can confirm that he did. I saw this right because I was spying on them.
Yeah.
I
Killed
can
my
confirm
pet
that
squirrel.
he did light a bunch of squirrels on fire unprompted. Just throwing it out there.
He's well.
Is that
Wait,
illegal?
do I
I don't think it is.
While
That's
that is
against
sadistic, it is not illegal to burn squirrels.
That sounds like animal abuse to me, and I know animals quite well. I'm a ranger, that is why.
So,
And I'm dentist.
after being upset with him for the way that he may have treated you, you decided to rob him, but you did not leave him there to die. What happened after that? When was he actually awake at that point? Like, when did y'all wake him up?
He didn't wake up until a day later after we found Linda to revive him after I helped save her child along with Conray.
Who is this Linda?
She is a tiefling who lives out in the forest, and we came across her and her son Timothy, on our quest. We did save the very young boy's life in this. And that's why Linda let us into her house, and she let us stay the night, and and Tom or Kumito, whatever, ended up leaving the house early, and not long after Jorgen woke up, and then we all left for
Is
the
the,
quest.
is the judge not aware of the demon lords?
Linda.
They know
Mojo
of demon lords, but not every demon lord is known by everybody. Y'all didn't know about all the demon lords. Y'all
But like
just
Linda lives
Yeah,
incredibly
but all
close
of
to
us
him.
live
And
pretty
he's so old.
sheltered lives.
Linda told us.
He's incredibly old, and Linda lives
And is
relatively close
Linda
to him.
her demon lord name? She might have just told you her commoner name, which is Linda.
Are you saying that there is a demon lord near this settlement?
I mean, near when, how long did it take for us to get to Linda's house?
It was a day and a quarter to
4
Linda's
hours?
house.
Oh, okay.
So it was a little bit over a day's journey from here on foot.
What?
She's a
Hold on.
wonderful woman.
We sprinted.
Yeah, she's a wonderful woman. She's
Yeah,
not
I'm
a
talking
danger
about
to you in
just by,
any
like,
way.
your normal walking speed. Your normal walking speed is a day and a half, but y'all sprinted like continuously through the field and all that kind of stuff.
I see.
So like y'all were, I should have given you like points of exhaustion, but I didn't. So
Oh no, I'm suddenly so tired.
It was the adrenaline. Don't worry.
it was the adrenaline of being chased by an enormous bird, and also recently leveling up. So I'm just gonna magic fuckery from Linda's food gave y'all like super speed. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
It happened.
Am I
But
gonna
are
level
you saying there is a demon lord nearby? Because that
That's
is
something.
a big deal.
Jorgen raises his hand very high this time.
Yes, Jorgen. Yeah, sorry, I overlooked you. It's just like, well, anyways.
I would like to say that I only met Linda when I ate her food and left. I did not know anything about this. I chose not to eat her sandwiches, obviously, but I didn't know any of this.
You
No
did not
takesies,
know
backsies.
that you're sleeping or unconscious around a demon lord. Interesting. Could you guys tell us about the whereabouts of this demon lord? We have to go investigate this immediately. He looks over at the lords. This needs
you
to
won't
be.
harm her.
Yes, she was a lovely lady. Her and her son were amazing. We slept almost the entire night there. They were amazing. I really do not think you need
It
to
is not
investigate
that
her
we
or
would-
harm her in any way.
we would never be foolish enough to find the wrath of a demon lord to this city. We do not have the firepower available to us to even
Then
deal
I
with
suggest
something
you just
like
leave her alone. From what she says, she's been living nearby for quite a long time and has not harmed the city in any way. So I really do not think that an investigation
Persuasion
is necessary.
checks.
I
I'm
can't believe you
terrible at
spoiled
that.
the fact that Linda has a child.
Oh no.
By any
3.
logical
rolling
body
terrible
of
Would
today.
someone,
justice.
we are not foolish enough to attack a demon lord, but do you know how hard it is to track them? It is at least good to keep a pin on them when they are around. If you do not, what are you saying that you went to the Rock's Nest? Are you saying that?
Yes, that is what we did after we visited Linda's. Kumito kind of abandoned us and left early. However, me and Amber kind of waited for Jorgen to be awake before we left.
And the Rock's Nest is past the forest.
Yes.
All right. Lord Lockhart, Lord Gilderoy, please send some. I would advise that you send at least a few search parties from between here and where the Rock Nest is.
Are you sure you should send them, Your Honor? The cleric did say that they didn't have the truth spell on them. Or am I
They are
confused?
the lords and proxies of the king and queen at the moment. Please do not speak
But then
out
why
of
would
your
they-
place.
Your
Sorry.
Honor, I completely understand that, but they're not even required to speak. Why would they be resisting this spell if they had no reason to?
That is interesting, but they are not the ones on trial right now. Now, please, this is a point of state security. And the two lords look at him and just nod. They are smartly keeping their mouths shut in front of this old man. Anyways, I think I have thought of a perfectly good verdict that I hope that these two will be able to help me with. We can either, for the battery, for the leg, the battery, and the
Hold up,
damages
I don't care. I don't care. I just read what's on the other side of the board.
Amber just chugs up.
You can
the bottle
find
of
a way
what she has.
You can find a way of paying 2,800 gold to the city, this young man over here, and the other guards, or we allow the death of Reginald, and then your money is only and that takes the price down to 1,500 gold. That's or prison.
Am I included in the whole?
It
Kill
was your.
Reginald.
It's your
No!
pet.
But no. In Amber's money sum, am I included in like the restitution, or
He's grouping it all onto you three. Like this, all of these charges are going to be on you three.
I'm gonna be charged for my own assault?
You
Right.
three will. It is either you can all go to prison right now, and we will still put Reginald to death, or we have no place for this abomination. Or we can put you under the eyes of Mr. Jorgen here, and he will watch over you as you make the money back that you need to earn.
What happened to the object of putting down Kumito's pet? Which one?
I-
Is that? Out of character, I'm asking.
So, with this one, you would have to raise up 2,800 gold. That would be split up between these three charges. Or kill Reginald get rid of the leg part as recompense and only have to earn 1,500 gold, which would be quicker and not have to be under the watch of Jorgen. I hope that is okay, Jorgen, that you would be in charge of making sure that they carry out their sentence if they choose to not go to jail.
I think they're killed the shark.
I very quickly glance over at Conry and Mind Link. Conry, I know in the past I've been very elusive with my plans, but I swear to God, this animal cannot die. So I have a plan. We
Now
have
you want to share?
Okay, hold on. Just hear me out. We have to raise the money, correct? Under the watchful eye of Jorgen. But he also has a drawback that is worth a whole lot of money. If we can get the city's help to figure out where he's from, he would then pay us that we can then use to pay back the city, and we have extra to lay around with.
That's not worth it.
Sorry, what? My sister just came in.
Hi, Chris's sister. Anyway. Because I don't want to redo the voice again. The plan is, we accept the work it off charge under the guys under the watchful eye of Jorgen. However, it's going to be the job in taking Jorgen home, where we get the whole huge sum of money. When with the city's help of figuring out where Jorgen's from, we can get it much easier, and we'll have money left over.
All right, but you need, from now on, I can agree to this, but from now on you have to be completely honest with me and Amber, not Jorgen, I don't care about him, you can tell him whatever you want, about what you're planning, because we could have already been out of this had you just not been a slightly less of a dick and just told me what you were planning to do. So, but I do agree that would probably be the best course of action.
It's not my fault that you cannot pick up on easy cues and signals. Anyway,
Not my fault.
Coincidentally,
You
while
refused to
this
tell me after
conversation happens, another conversation happens with the judge.
Yes, this is all going on while the judge is saying. So, Jorgen, what do you think? Would you mind watching these delinquents while they, if they choose to, work off their penance?
If we could maybe draft some kind of legal contract where I had posted a job at the guard at the not the guard station. What's it called? The guild. That they legally for no fee be required to assist me in the returning of to my dwelling, then I shall forgive them. Also, if perhaps maybe we could set up some kind of message, what are they called? Sending stone, so that I can keep in contact with legal authorities as to their lawfulness.
Well, along with you, you would be able to keep an eye on them, but we would also be sending our own legal authority along with you that would be able to be a liaison between you and us. And of course, if they do choose this, they would have temporary slave bands put on their wrists, so that they would be able to have to listen to you.
Conry's not cool with that.
Ember gets up and she's just like, I will kill the shark bunny myself.
Wow,
Ma'am, please sit down.
The shield hero.
Sit down.
And now,
how would all of you? I know that some of you are part of the guild, but I'm gonna guess that you can get the money any way that you wish. And this is when Lockhart perks up. Well, we could always send them up north to be part of the military. The military is starting to draw forces, and they would be paid regularly. It would take at 75 gold per month. It would take y'all a little while, but you would get paid more regularly than in the guild. And then Lord Gilderoy perks up and is like, yes, but if they stay down here in the guild, they would be able to take on more jobs and be paid more regularly if they keep at it. And of course, if we have our own liaison, that would make sure that they do continue to work towards their goal.
Sure, so now they speak.
What?
Sure, so now they speak. Great.
They're part of the deliberators that would help with the punishment. That's how this legal system works. The judge has the final say, and the judge is the one that's judging y'all, but since they are proxies for the king and queen, they help deliberate what kind of punishment or how the punishment should be carried out. But they can, if they do not wish to work for very long, they can just get rid of that, or they can just go to jail as it is. So right now you guys have, let me just lay it out there flatly for y'all. Right now, the choices are work to pay off 2,800 gold through either joining the military up north or all of you joining the guild.
That's 37 months.
Yeah, for 37 months in the military. But there are higher paying jobs in the guild, so it wouldn't take as long. Once that is all paid, the temporary slave bans would be off and y'all could all go on your own ways. Or kill Reginald, join the military or the guild, and only have to raise 1,500 gold, or go to jail and serve time.
Does it have to be unanimous?
And kill Reginald myself.
No.
Does it have to be unanimous?
Presumably.
I would yes.
I do not feel killing the beast is necessary. It is
How do the rest of y'all feel? This one seems to just want to go ahead and kill it herself.
George, might I offer an ultimatum? What if I and the beast are exiled from the city limits? The beast would no longer be a threat to the gods, hence no longer mutilating anyone.
Did he said exile out loud and then went, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I raised my hand again. What is to stop him from doing this in another town? Also, I'm totally not okay with the slave bans.
That Reginald even attacked the guards was because you went to go get them and escalated the situation beyond what was really necessary. So, I really don't think that Kumiko or Reginald would do this in another town, especially for no reason. They really did not want to cause anybody any harm. If it's anyone's fault, I'll own up to it. It is my fault in kind of make Georgian fault for escalating the situation.
Absolutely not. You may believe this in your weird criminal mind, but you're not fooling me. Yes, you stole from me and assaulted me.
What to you must be pocket change. You're the one who's so uptight about it, especially considering you didn't even have to use the money for anything. I was just trying to help decorate.
I had to use it to sleep. Thank you.
Use a mattress like any other person.
Would you ask
I haven't been sleeping on the mattress since I was 7 years old. You can manage.
Can I
and
just
maybe I could, but it is still my decision to make.
Yes, and that decision was
Judge, please, could you silence them in some way?
Okay. I let y'all hash it out, and I would hope that this would all be unanimous, or else it would just get very messy in trying to figure out all your punishments individually. But locking you up would allow you to serve penance, but then this man would still be poor and with no leg and no use anymore. Our damages would not be paid, and the battery of not only you, Kumito, but also our other guards would not go punished. If you wish, jail, we can take you all there right now.
I
Again,
still prefer exile.
If we are taking a
Exile
vote,
is not on the table.
Conray, join the
I
guild.
gave you my judgment. The proxy lords here
my
have...
vote is to join the guild and to keep Reginald alive. That is my vote if we are taking it
That
to
is
such
your
matters.
vote. 1 out of 3.
I'm already in the guild.
You're
I
already
want
in
to
the
hand
guild.
clean Reginald.
That's
Unless
2
you want me to
out
kill
of
him.
3. You want to kill Reginald?
I will do it myself if it gets me out of this courtroom. I don't understand. I've never been in a court before.
And you, Mr. Kumito, that's 2 for the guild, but let's see if we'll kill your pet.
So if I chose jail time, does Reginald still die, or would Reginald be in a cell with me?
We would not incarcerate your pet. They would be exiled. They would not be exiled. They would be executed as well.
Oh, great. Okay.
I'm being more than fair here. All of these punishments are dutifully right for this kind of judgment.
If I joined the military, would Reginald still have
Reginald
to die?
would go with you to the military.
Okay, because I actually would prefer not to being in a guild, so I'll take the military with Reginald.
So you wish for military, but the other 2 who you will be serving this sentence with would stay here in the guild.
Yes. You know, like exile. Zashel joins the guild.
Very well. You 3 will be temporary
Four of us. I point over at Reginald.
You
There are
3
4 of us. There
you
are 4 of
3
us. We're not
Stop.
killing Reginald.
Yes, you 4 will be in the guild, but you 3 will be linked to Jorgen so that you do not run away while trying to do that, and we will assign you another overlooker so that you cannot all 3 overpower Jorgen to get away from him.
We could even do
Court
it the first
adjourned.
time.
He lifts that giant gavel and he hits it on, and every spell that was in the that was affecting y'all is now gone.
That's a real
Oh
nice
my God.
image.
So now y'all can lie to each other again. God damn.
Thank God.
And that will be the end. Thank you for watching this chaotic Phoenix Wright
Mess.
episode of the Tales of Onniaga. Please like, share, and subscribe. I hope that you enjoyed it. Hopefully the quality will be up because we have our own Matthew here is going to be taking over editing since he has a PC and I've been using my phone to do so.
We're gonna do a vote.
Everybody else, if you want, plug yourself.
We're gonna do a vote. Every like is Reginald lives. Every dislike is Reginald dies.
Oh,
Fine.
also,
Time to dislike the video.
in the comments, if you write a joke in the comments that make me laugh, I will use your name as one of the characters in our story.
Oh,
So,
that's a nice thing. It's a very nice touch.
yeah, it'll be a little incentive to go interact. Anyways, Josh, where can people find you?
Oh, you can find me on twitch.tv/JLunarEclipse. I play a variety of different games, and I'm almost just as chaotic as I am here, so it's more entertainment.
Chris, what about you?
On TikTok, you can find me at Chris Cosplays. I cosplay, obviously, other nerdy stuff, and I just act like a dork. So if you're into that kind of stuff, go check it out. I do DC, Dream SMP stuff. Percy Jackson, if that's your thing, go check me out, please.
Ame, what about you? Sorry about that.
Oh, I don't know. I hope you all have a very refreshing week. Goodbye.
Jorgen, do you have anything?
Don't find me. Don't look for me.
All right.
I am
Well,
hidden.
I hope you all have a good rest of the week. Goodbye.